And if I'm wasting my time, then nothing could be better. Tears stream down your face. Promise you I will learn from mistakes.
Hey guys, how are you? It's me, Miss Rose. I hope you guys are having a great day. And the activity was taken from Illustrative Math or Open Resources. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Let's get started. Here are 3 different recipes for orangey pineapple juice. 2 of these mixtures taste the same and 1 tastes different. And this actually comes from Open Up Resources orangey juice. So we're going to use y divided by x again. That is our special equation for constant proportionality. It is really important. So I want to highlight that, and I want you guys to write that down if you don't have it. All right. So that is going to give us k, and k is going to help us to solve the problem and figure out the amount of pineapple juice needed for every cup of orange juice. The information that they gave me is that so far is that 4 cups of orange juice mix will be needed for the recipe, and whenever I need that amount, then I will also need 6 cups of pineapple juice. So I want to know, well, wonder if I have 1 cup of orange juice mix, how many cups of pineapple juice will I need? So what I could do to solve that is I could take y divided by x. In this case, I know that y is 6, and I know that x is 4. So I'm going to do 6 divided by 4. And I will calculate that to see what I get. And what I'm going to do is just type in calculator. Most of you guys can do this in your head if you simplify it in your head. But I like to show how to use a calculator and how to type this in correctly. So we're going to take y first, which is 6. And we're going to divide that by 4. So 4 goes in next after you type in your division sign. So 6 divided by 4. And you should get 1.5. So I'm going to write 1.5. Okay, another way of writing 1.5 will also be 1 and 1/2. 1 space 1 slash 2. And then if you hit space, it should move to the perfect 1.5. All right, so now that I know how much juice is needed for 1 cup of orange juice, now I can figure out any amount. That's why I always like to go back to 1, or our unit rate, basically. So now I know that that is also called our constant proportionality. Which is also known as our scale factor. So we're going to take this entire time, 1.5, and we're going to multiply that by 1. And I just copied and pasted it. And I know 1 times 1.5 is 1.5. So now if we take 2 times 1.5, we'll get the same thing. I'm going to put that in parentheses. 3 times 1.5. Copy and paste that. 4 times 1.5, and also 1.5 times x, which will always give us y. Okay, so I know that 1 times 1.5, or 1.5, is 1.5. I know 2 times 1.5, which I think $1.50 plus $1.50 is $3, or just 3. Okay, what's 3 plus 1.5? Yep, it's going to give you 4.5, or 4 and 1/2. Okay, and I know that 4 times 1.5 will give me 6. Okay, or I can just keep adding that 1.5, 1.5. Anytime that I want to figure out the amount of pineapple juice I will need based on the orange juice that I have in front of me, I will always have to multiply that by 1.5. So my expression is going to be 1.5 x. Okay. Any questions? Great. So I know that the ratio, this is the ratios. So that makes it a little bit easier for me to understand because I know you guys did a lot with ratios last year. So now we have, if I have 6 cups of orange juice, how much pineapple juice will I need? And so they said that for 6, I'm gonna need 9 cups of pineapple juice. So we're gonna take again y and divide that by x to figure out what we're gonna multiply our cups of orange juice by. So if I take 9 and divide that by 6, let's see what we'll get. So again, I'm gonna pull up my calculator and we're gonna clear it and write 9 divided by 6 equals 1.5. Interesting. So again, we have 1.5 and it's going to be the same as the table before. That means we're going to multiply everything by our magic number, which is 1.5. Okay, so we're going to take that and we have 1.5 times 1.5. Right? It's going to be the same exact information as the table above because we know that our ratios are exactly alike, okay? Same proportions. So I know that 2 cups will be 3, 3 cups will be 4.5, 4 cups will be 6, and 6 cups is 9. And we know that our equation is 1.5x. I mean, our expression is 1.5x. Okay. If it's an equation, I'll just have an equal sign. This doesn't have an equal sign this time, or I didn't put an equal. Let's look at number 3, which is our final problem. And the recipe is for 9 cups of orange juice with 12 cups of pineapple juice. So again, we are going to do, so for this one, we need to take 12 and divide that by 9. And that should give you 1.33333. That 3 goes on forever and ever. When you see 1.33, that means that there should be a bar over the decimal. That means that that 3 is going on forever and ever and ever, and it is non-terminating. So what we're going to do is multiply everything by 1.3. So our magic number, because we took 12 divided by 9, even though we didn't see it filled in on our table, we can actually put that in. And that is going to give us 1 and 1/3. That's another way of saying that. Or 1.33. So here we have 1.33. So I know that 1 times 1.33 is 1.33. 2 times 1.33 is going to give me 2.66. 3 times 3.33 is going to give me 3.99, which we're going to round the 3.99 or 3 and 99 hundredths up to 4. And then if I have 4 cups of orange juice mix, that's going to give me 4.33 or 4 and 1/3. For 9 cups of orange juice, you can, and skip over to that. You would right click and you should see insert row below, and that should be able to give you how to add in your 9 cups of orange juice for 12 cups of pineapple juice. All right, and again, our magic number is 1.33, or right now we're just going to put 1.3. And 1/3 x, or 1.33x, 1 and 3300. Pictures that actually taste the same would be recipe 1 and recipe 2. So I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you.